G'day, this is Adam from AVA Magnetic Levitation Australia. Now, this is the Tech Talk part of the video where I'll actually show the build or how I did the car really briefly. The receiver controller I put in the car originally came out of the monster truck which features in one of my other videos, which is about to undergo an overhaul itself. But, when I put the Planktrico kit in this car, I retained the board and the controller, and I basically just put it in this car, which I'm about to show. That way you've got the Revell system, which gives you forward, reverse, left, right, and also a boost or nitrous button. You pretty much get full power from the battery to the motor. You can take off with the first speed and then hit the second speed, or you can just hit the nitrous or full speed straight away. The car itself is a pretty quick and easy build. This car has been used previously in a video or two. I'll show some footage of that possibly before the end of this video if there's time. If not, just have a look at the past video with this car when it was more of a drag car. Basically, this is the car you've just seen before I built it. I've stripped out all the other standard equipment out of it. All I've left behind is the motor with a connector that I put on there, and the actuator wires, which have no connector on them. And I'm actually thinking about doing direct soldering with this one. I might direct solder the motor and the actuator back onto the board. Just save space, save weight. Before I started, I basically got a white texter and I went around, because it's black plastic, and I marked out roughly where I wanted to cut through everywhere. And then I also went around with a Stanley knife or a small hobby knife, and I scratched lines to sort of show myself guides as to where I wanted to remove material. And I'll go downstairs now with a little hobby saw and hack all this out, and I'll come back up and show you the next thing I did. Okay, so I've come back now after I've gutted out the car. I've cut the arse out of it. I've left a little bit in the middle there though, as you can see, this centre section here, just so it holds its shape a little better until I glue the floor back in. Now the floor I made out of some carbon fibre weave like this. It's about 1 mil thick. The stuff's very light, virtually indestructible compared to the plastic. Basically you really just need something to fill the floor back up, and this is probably the bit overkill, but it's not expensive. So yeah, what you do is this is your crap side that you glue to, and this is your good shiny side, so I put tape over the good side so I don't damage it. And to mark and cut it out, I actually get an old car chassis, which is identical. It's just an old knackered one. It's where you keep your old equipment, your old wrecks, if you're going to keep playing with the same sort of cars especially. And yeah, basically this basically just fits over the car like that. So when I fit it to this one, basically we've lowered the floor of the car by a lot. Now I'll come back in after I glue it, chop this section out, but yeah, it means the receiver will be dropped right down low. The idea behind this is the receiver goes lower, then the battery goes lower. You're putting everything as low as you can in the centre of gravity of the vehicle. So I'll glue the floor in and I'll prepare this, and I'll be back again to do the next section. Okay, after gluing the carbon fibre body section to the bottom of the car, I'll have to go back downstairs and get the hobby knife out and hack out these sections of material. I'll also remove a little bit more material in this direction as well, some of this, so that the board sits literally right as low as it can without interference. And then yeah, I'll come back up and fit the board and start mounting the electricals and that. Okay, so I've managed to trim out the last of the material needed to fit the receiver, and receiver fits in this way. As you can see, it's a lot lower than standard. Normally sits up on top of these, let's see, this little post right there. That's normally the receiver height. At the moment it's below that, so that's a good sign. Okay, so what I've done is I've obviously prepped this, and I've gone inside the car and put in a foam pad, which I've glued to the bottom, just a piece of foam cut out. And I've also put double-sided tape on the foam pad and on the floor, so that when the soldering is done, around this way, when the soldering is done, basically I'll just pull the tape off and drop the board down where I want it, about there somewhere. Okay, in the process of soldering up the motor wires, which are the blue and the red wires on these pads here, and I'll zoom in a second and show you closely, One thing I found out was, I'll just zoom in really quickly and hope it doesn't go out of focus. And this is part of the reason why I do these mods and muck around a bit is, if you can see here, this is the red wire for the motor, and that's the blue wire on the corner there, which solders right into the very corner pad. There's two pads here for the positive wire on the motor. Now both these pads work. This pad on the right here, I've found that it will give you the 2-speed function with more power, and it works fine. But I've also found that this one on the left here gives you normal, same stick speed that you'd get, but when you push the boost button, it gives you everything that's in the battery basically to the motor. This one, when you hit it, it's just all the power at once. You can definitely tell the difference. I'll just zoom back, plug in a battery and show you what I mean. So this is ready to go back in. There's a bit of foam that was in there for when I was wiring it up, so I didn't get the also get the board up to solder to it. I just turn the controller on, so I'll zoom back so you can see the controller. Oh, no, I won't. So on top of the controller is a button up there, and as you can hear, the motor's basically trying to do everything it can. But if you go normal speed with that, and then if you go normal speed and then nitro, you hear this. It's a big change in note. So yeah, definitely use the pad on the left. And I'll try and sort of just quickly do an overview of the board so you can get a look at what I've done. Let's disconnect that battery for now, pull the foam out, so that if you want to do one of these yourself, this is a Revell board. Any car that has that 2-speed function button on a stick from Revell, which uses an actuator to function, which most of them do in this size, will have a very similar or identical board in it. So just copy what's there. So your inputs for the, smooth that wire, the inputs for your battery input is very corner, negative, or 4th pin down is positive. Your actuators are normally featured on a corner, which are, let's see down here, there's 2 actuators, left and right. You see right and left, but unfortunately they're not marked, and they're just copper. I actually got them right. Sometimes you solder them on, you've got to swap them back around. And then your motor connectors down here, you've got your negative right on the very corner, which is pretty common, and then you got your positive, 2 positive pads, but use that one. I was tempted to fuse the 2 together, but I think that's a good idea. I think using that one's fine. But anyway, so there we have it. I'll pull off the double-sided tape, which is still underneath there, you can see it, and I'll just press the board down, and that's it. Then all I have to do is worry about putting a little piece back here with the aerial, which I'll put over the top here, and that's where the aerial needs to bolt into. So there we have it, nearly finished. Okay, so time for final testing. Here's the controller that the car uses. Basically it's a cocaine car with a stick controller. So left, right, works fine, and then forward, or reverse, forward, and then forward with a button. So yeah, more power. Running a 60 mAh battery at the moment, but I can put a 130 in it, so either way the motor's still hitting its peak, I think. So I'm going to take it for a drive and do some footage. Hope you enjoy what you've seen. Just to show you, no tricks. Oh yeah, what's this? Okay, I forgot about this. A little bit of overkill, but hey, if you're going to have the carbon fibre weave, you may as well have it showing in the best spots. Well, you know, you're not going to glue the shiny side down, are you? Alright. So, that's the car finished. If you like what you see, please share, subscribe, spread. If you're really keen, please donate or buy one of my products. A donation where you get something out of it from AVA Magnetic Levitation Australia. Next week I hope to be catching up a little bit and trying to upload another car video next week along with the magnetic levitation video, which will be coming out on the Wednesday. have a look at that if you're curious. It's called Magnetic Levitating Ants. It's a world first. Had a lot of fun doing it. It's very difficult this time of the year when it's cold. All the ants tend to hide and such. And so yeah, anyway, if you like what you see, hope to see you next time round. And yeah, put some comments in, give me some feedback, tell me what else you'd like to see.